All right. Hey everyone, I'm Isabel from All Tangled Up Knits, and welcome to episode 3 of the Newbie Spinning Diaries. Okay, well, let's get started. So I was taking that beautiful, beautiful mermaid hair braid of Polwarth and Silk and spinning it up with my bottom whirl drop spindle to make a 3-ply yarn. And I was going to, I'll be honest, for each section record a video, but I spun them all exactly the same. So that would have been incredibly boring, because 3 episodes would have been pretty much the same. So I didn't. And so I've got my 3 little, well, balls here of fiber that I spun on my drop spindle. And so there's like some little patches that are kind of thick and thin. I'm okay with it, we'll be fine. But what I'm gonna do today is first take these and wind them together into a plying ball just to make plying easier. And then I'm going to ply them on my Turkish drop spindle. I just like this one better for plying. I have no real explanation for why, I just do. So let's get started. Yeah, I'm gonna show you exactly how I kind of make these into a plying ball without getting them all crazy and tangled, because I've had issues. Not with the last one I did, but with the one before that. And yeah, let's do it. Okay, so yes, another episode, another area of the house. What I'm going to do here, I've got my 3 balls, and to keep them from getting kind of tangled while I ply them, I have 1, 2, 3 mugs with handles. Use ones with handles. Obviously this isn't a tutorial, but this is what I do and it works really well for me. So I'm gonna take one of the smallest balls and put it in here. Drop this one in here. Drop this one in, I'm gonna swap these. This one and this one in here. And I'm just gonna take the ends from these and wrap them through kind of the back of the handle. And I'm gonna do that for each, oh no, don't, I'm gonna do that for each one because it'll help me kind of keep tension on them and keep them from going crazy. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so I've got my 3 coming out here, and you can see they're coming out nice and straight. These ends, obviously, I don't really want, this isn't gonna be part of my yarn. They're a little bit crazy. It's the starting ends. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, wow, what am I doing? Hold this in my hands and butterfly down a little bit. And so then I'm going to take that and fold it in half and use that to just start wrapping all 3 of them around. And you can see that the yarn is being kind of held taut as I go because it's coming around these handles. Trust me, you're not just gonna wanna do them like sitting on a table or in your lap. I did that once, it was the worst. Actually, at my in-laws' house, my mother-in-law has a really nice yarn bowl. I've never had one, I kind of want one. But I used that actually when I was doing the actual plying with the 1 ball inside of it to keep tension, and it worked beautifully. So if you have a yarn bowl, that's helpful. But if you're doing like 3 at once into 1 ball, mugs with handles is a really good way to go. I don't remember where I saw this tip. I know I saw it somewhere. I wish I could reference it. I'm sorry, I can't. I saw it a while ago. But if anyone knows, drop a comment down and I will link to whatever video it was. Unless I saw it in a book. I genuinely don't remember. I'm so sorry. I watched a lot of spinning content when I got my spindles, and it's all kind of running together because I took kind of bits and pieces of all of it. Whoop. Okay, this is going to take me quite a while, so I'm going to speed it up here for a little bit enjoy, and then I will check back in with you once I'm done. All right, so I have finished my plying ball and have it set up. It was a little too big to fit into a mug, so I have it in a bowl, but running through the mug handle so that when it gets smaller, I can pop it into the mug and to keep some tension on it while I spin. I made a knot at the end, which you can see here. And I'm just going to take, I like the Turkish spindle for this. It has the little hook on top, so I'm just gonna stick that kind of through the strands at the top of the knot, just to get myself kind of started and use this as my leader. And since I spun all of the singles to the right, I have to spin the ply to the left. So let's do it. So I'm gonna pause it right there and just kind of show you close up what I've got. Now I think I'm going to get a bit more spin on that and get it a little bit tighter, but I'll do that, and then I'm going to show you how to wind it onto the Turkish spindle because it's a little funky. Okay, that looks beautiful. So I'm just gonna butterfly in just like I did when I was normally spinning the singles. And what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to kind of pop, or I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm just going to pop this and kind of slide it all the way to the bottom. And now here's what you do. You go under one. So you've got 4 little things. You go under one. Oh, okay, that's just me being clumsy. It's fine, we're good, we're cool. We're not cutting it out, it's fine. And now I have just let it go and it has unspun a little bit. So I'm just gonna spin that back again. I'll speed this part up a little bit and get it back to where I'm winding it back on. That's better. Say I don't need outtakes, this whole thing's an outtake. So just sliding this back down again now that it's slightly tangled and I don't know what I did. Okay, there we go, sliding it back down. Now under one, so I'm gonna put the end kind of under there. Under one, over two, 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 under one, over two. You can see it's very repetitive. You can get a little bit faster at it as you go. The nice thing is, once you have it like that, it's so much easier to make into a skein because you can just pull this out, pull this out, pull that out, and then you have a ball that you can just kind of skein up. So I'm just gonna spin for a little bit and I'll check back in with you when I've built up my turtle a little bit more. am back, and I took a bit of a break in between because, oh my gosh, this took forever, and it's not focusing. But I finally finished spinning up, or plying, all of that fiber. Isn't it pretty? Ooh, we got a dog visitor. Hello. Can you say hello? Okay. So I finally finished plying, and now I have to get this off of the spindle. And normally you would use like a niddy noddy or something to kind of skein it up. I don't have one of those, and I don't really want to order one or buy one anywhere while I'm going to have to move with it. And so last time I did it over the top of a chair, but not realizing that the chair had a very slight, so as I was winding, the yarn started sliding down, and it was like it took steaming and everything to get the yarn off. So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to wrap it around this laundry bin upside down. It's smaller at the top than the bottom, so I'll definitely be able to get it off this time. So the nice thing about the Turkish drop spindles is that you can take this, sometimes takes a little finagling, you can get this center out. Now, normally you would pull the legs out. I'm going to unwrap a bit first, just because I like massively overstuffed this cob. Like I put way more on here than I probably should have. But you know what, I did it, and it's done now. So I'm just gonna start kind of winding with it still on. Whoop. Actually, you know what I could probably do? I could probably put this in a bowl and make that easier. But just secure this here. A slip knot or something. Okay. All right. So this is going to get very boring. I'm just going to keep winding and being annoyed at myself for a while, and I'll check back in with you when I'm done. All right, so I have wrapped all of my yarn around this basket, and now what I need to do before I take it off to kind of secure it in place is to create kind of figure 8 knots with I'm using right now just a cotton yarn that I know does not bleed, the color doesn't bleed from. And so I'm going to show you just how I do one of those little figure 8s. Oh, I wrapped this tight. So I kind of split this in half, or make a hole kind of in the middle, and I take one of these and I go under, and so you see it's under that, and it's going over here. And now I'm going to pull it under. Uh-oh, I just lost it. Where did it go? Yep, there it is. So pull it under. So you see that's fully wrapped. And I'm going to tie it off right here. And so this will keep this together. Wow, I cannot get these hiccups to go away. All right, so there's one. I'm going to do one on this side, and this is where the ends are. So I'm going to tie the ends together kind of in a figure 8 of their own on their side. And then I'll get this off for a wash, but I'm going to do that another day because, ooh, hiccups again. It is well after 11 here, and I'm gonna go to bed. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching episode 3 of the Newbie Spinning Diaries. Join me in the next one where I will take this guy, wash it, hang it up to dry, hiccups again, and show you how I figure out the yardage.